Hey, how's everybody doing? So, someone's asking about video on the height maps. So, a height map, as you can see, a height map is the elevations based on the color. Height maps are grayscale, 16-bit integer, and normally you use 8-bit, but for these you use 16, so it's got more shades of gray. It'd be less stair stepping on your terrain. So, basically, the ground level is the sea level is black, and the highest point is going to be white. And you'll determine the maximum height based on your needs for your map. So if I just start a new project in the photo editor, this is where you'll decide the size of your map. If you want it to be a 4K map, an 8K map, 2K, or 1. But you can't, it doesn't do 16K, so you got to pick 8 or less. And if you wanted to have double the detail, so you got more control over the paints and the terrain block itself, then you would do a lower number. We'll get to that in a second. So we'll just do a new 2048 by 2048. Up here where he's got mode, image mode, grayscale, and then go to image color precision, tell it to be 16-bit integer. Now the bottom's black, so I thought what would be a good example would be a gradient that would just show you from dark to black how it basically makes the terrain. And then on some of it, I'll do something else to it also. It's just to show you that the different things, there's just so many things you can do. This is just some of them. Man, that's some foul smelling stuff. Alright, so I got my name there. Let me, it looks like there it's on the gradient too. I didn't want that. Or maybe it's messing with my eyes. No, it's not. It looks like it's got a gradient in it, but it doesn't. So white's sticking up higher than what's under it. Um, if you made it darker, it'd be in the ground basically. If you wanted to do like a road, you could do something like this. If you just want to mess around with it, just make a new layer. I'm not really good at making roads this way because I don't really pre-plan my maps in my head to really have an idea where it's going. I don't really know till I start making the thing what I want to do exactly. Now, since the terrain block does not do 90 degrees very well, you'll want to keep that in mind. Anything you got a hard edge. If you got a hard edge, it's going to look like a hard edge. This thing likes to snap to the grid. Messes me up every time. So say you want to make that a road, and you can select that all, and say you want some of it to be higher and some of it to be lower. Well, just remember the widest point, this point will be where it's at as far as the height. Anything else will go in the ground or above the ground. So using like you could do something like this. And do a little brighter. I can't even see that. Alright, or you could blur that together. Actually, no, I won't blur that. I'll do it like this instead. Yeah, I guess it's going to take me too long to do that. Let's do it this way. Blur, Gaussian blur. Then on the outside, I'll Control Alt to invert that and do like a slight feather. That'll help keep the hard edges from being hard edges. Just 10 pixels, it don't take much. And then basically do another color, like a solid color, for example. I make this one darker than the ground. Oh, why this thing's so damn slow. I don't know why it's banded like that. It shouldn't be. But I'm not going to sit here and try to fix it now. I'm going to erase part of this to show you the gradient that's underneath it, how it does. And show you a couple of the paint brushes real quick, and then I'll show you how to import it in. And you'll be on your way to making your own. Alright, let's save that real quick and load the level. We'll export it as, and the level that we're going to put it in, we'll just go to small grid, do it in there. So as you can see, there's no terrain block. So go to the world editor and save the level. That just created in the user folder a folder for that level that you can export your image to. Export as. Find the level and then just paste it right in the root of it. I'm going to overwrite that base map with that base map. Don't matter what you name it. Then go up here to your terrain tools, import terrain, and then pick that height map. Base map. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I think it's not right. Something's off. Not my image. Oh yeah, it is an image. I didn't flatten the damn image. If the PNG's bad, it's gonna lock up on you. Or if you got the wrong resolution, it's not a power 2. Gonna lock up on you. Probably the fan fell off the damn trash can. See, it's red. That's normal. If it's grayscale, it'll be red in here. So open it up. Determine your maximum height that you want it to be. Say 50 meters at the most. If you want it to be smaller details, then 0.5 for your pixel meters per pixel. And then import it in. And it should be, there it is. Let's put a, the game starts with a basic texture. You just have to change it. When you go into the terrain material library, you'll see there's a test material already made. You just have to go up to the terrain painter, and in the terrain painter, you need to add the test material. Do that before you remove the warning material, or it's going to lock up on you. Don't remove that warning material until you've added another material. And then you can kind of look at your map and see how it looked, how it turned out. I do the height a lot more than that, so let me raise that up. That's not enough. The terrain, max height 50, say 150. Base texture size, always go 4096. And you can see it's how it basically took that information and made a basic terrain block. Those are those little things that I was sitting there drawing. That might be too high. Yeah, that's too damn high. It's brought them up too much. You can always just go back to your image and just do like a adjustment in here and then re-import it. So if you don't want blacks to be that deep or the whites to be that tall, you could do something like that. Just keep in mind around the edge outside of here is going to be a hard edge unless you do something similar to this. Oops. Let me go ahead and let's see. Let me put a couple more little things in here. That's better. It's smoother. So I did a Gaussian blur, and that really helps those edges, and you can see on the outside how that somewhat helped the outside. I'll go around it real quick. That's pretty much it. Now you can do a lot more with terrain than this. This is like the most basic example of what the height map is. Yeah, if you do a Gaussian blur, it definitely will help stair stepping. But using 16-bit is the most important thing. If you don't use 16-bit, it's going to be really rough. I think that's it.